Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
Mike.
And today, another episode of Re-Get or Regret.
Matt.
It's been a while since we did one of these. I say that every time. But they seem to come around a lot. But it is the dead of the summer, and it is hot up here. So, I'm going to blame that. So, Re-Get or Regret, for those of you that might be new, please consider subscribing. We greatly appreciate it and love to have you aboard. But those that are new, it's something we go through like... a lot. I need a drink. It's we have random empty bottles that appear here at the house. So so we end up going through what we thought of them, whether we would buy them again, wouldn't buy them again, or what we actually thought. Because sometimes whiskeys change over time. So
true.
It's a fun episode, and it just always you guys seem to like it, and I can't help myself. So we're gonna start out with a banger right off the bat. So this was a store pick from Ted's store out here in, he has 3 different stores, one in Spencer, one in Charlton, one in Webster. So this is the Eagle Rare 10-year. And yes, Jimmy, I will send you pictures so you can still go. And in fact, I have a bottle for you when you come. So we got this for $39.99. And again, to try to find a Buffalo Trace product anywhere for that kind of price, good for him for keeping his prices legit. And it's a legitimate bottle.
In 10-year.
Yeah.
Whether it's a store pick, typically even if he gets in, it's not a store. He doesn't usually gouge you on anything. So if you do find an Eagle Rare, I'll say it again. I think I've said it 10 times over, but it's still better than a barrel.
No. And
that's $60 or $70. Now it's
you're talking Blanton's. He's talking Blanton's on that one. I agree. This is a better value and a better drink. Usually, in my 9
head,
times out of 10.
I will get this. This is probably my 3rd one anyway. So I will end up getting another one.
No, right. Absolutely. So this one right here was a recommendation from one of you guys actually a long time ago. This is the Rocktown, Arkansas Bourbon Whiskey. I got this for $38.99. And this brought, but it was a caramel coated bread. It brought that bread flavor, but it was nice. It was caramel coated. It's 92 proof. That was, what is Eagle Rare? I think it's 93 proof, whatever it was. But it doesn't matter. That was a solid drink, but you got to like that bread flavor.
Yeah, side by side day and night. And this would be, this almost kind of brings me to, you're either really going to like this, it's kind of like the malt.
Yeah.
You're either going to really like it or it's a tweener. So if you like that bread, it's
going to take you off the bourbon flavor for sure. And it's bringing you in a different direction. I'll agree with that. It is like the malt. You either like it or you don't. It can take you
that's where I go with that one.
Right. So speaking of just a regular plain flavor, this is the Old Pepper Distillery Bourbon Bottled and Bond Whiskey. We actually have the rye still in the sack. We got this for $49.99. I can say this was one of the super fan of the channel, Steve's, and he just got sick of it. He just thought it was like a generic flavor. You can do a throwback to when Mike ripped off his thing. He was so sad and distraught he brought it back to us. But I actually like this one. This brought a decent amount of flavor.
Bad.
The thing is, with a bottle and bond, we have so many good bottle and bonds. It's $49.99. That's the only thing. Like you can find, because now you're into the Old Foresters and you know what I mean. That are there.
It has a great story.
It does.
And if you're traveling, it's worth a try because the whole story and everything. It's definitely worth it.
No,
I wouldn't sell it down a river to say it's bad.
It didn't hurt me to drink it. I can tell you that. And would I buy another one? Yes, because it's different enough where it brought some kind of a, you know what I mean? Like it's not the same thing.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So this one will be controversial, and I actually brought this out specifically for that. So this one right here is the Whistle Pig Smokestock Whiskey. It was made in collaboration with the Traeger company. Steve actually got this one for $72.99. Now we tried this on the channel, and if you want to taste something that smells like it's been sitting in a smoker, this is 100%. And you know what? I know there's a bunch of you that go out to the bars and you get the smoke thing, or they have the smoking grain. We did it on the channel one time with Jimmy's. This really brings that Traeger smoke flavor.
They did capture that.
Yes.
Is it my liking?
No. But
would I get this again? No. But did they capture that whole smoke essence?
Very much so.
To me, though, it was almost like the Oak and Eden went too far.
Yeah, see, the more I kept going back to it, because he brought it over, he left me enough. I kept going back to it. I actually really, it was unique. So
but even in the nose,
100%. But in its defense, we were at the bar one time, and someone ordered one of them drink, and then 3 other people ordered the drink. Do you remember that?
Oh, no,
if you were paying attention, because the guy does this,
pitch.
and the smoke goes out into the room, and then everyone's like, "I want one of those."
Well,
you know what I mean? So
that's their whole gimmick. In those whiskey bars, they're an entertainer and it's a sales pitch. And if you like that, A+. To me, that was a little overpowered.
No, I get that, but it's more for like, I'm a cigar smoker.
I'm not.
But the best part about that one is it wasn't like a peat. It was literally smelled like a smoker. You wanted a piece of steak with it. You know what I mean? Like you smoke. Yeah. So speaking of a smoker. This one is 100 Pipers blended Scotch whiskey. So we got this for $13.99. And honestly, for $13.99, you can't beat this with a stick. It's not going to give you a huge complexity at all. But this was one of the few scotches I know you actually liked.
It did all right in the blind.
Yeah,
it did do okay. I mean, it's a cute little bottle with the little girls dancing, and I think they said this is most you can get at a Target. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, our Targets obviously don't have this, but
no. And Steve ended up finding it somewhere else. But the thing is,
price, you get, if it sucks, it's $14.
Yeah, no, and for like a lower end Scotch, we put it up against some better ones that it actually beat.
And did well. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, all right. So this one right here is the Woodford Reserve Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. This is probably one of the oldest bottles we have. It's one of the ones I forgot that was on the shelf. So this is actually, I think I've been forgetting the proof, and I apologize for that. I usually try to. This is 90.4 proof, of course. With this one, we got it for $29.99. And this one really had, that good Woodford, caramel-esque that they do with all of their stuff. But it had that nice rye spice in the middle of it. This was I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to kick you. This was a solid pour all the way around.
Well, and it's almost everything by them is always refined. It always seems like they're not experimenting, which they're not. They've been doing it for a while, so it's not their first day. But
we still got to try their malt.
And their prices are always usually fair.
Right.
And not often are you not going to be able to see this on the shelf.
No.
You should be able to go almost anywhere in the country, it's probably anywhere in the world, and see some sort of Woodford somewhere.
100%.
And whether it's going to be the rye this time or they will have a Woodford, I was sure. I almost guarantee on almost every shelf.
I agree. So speaking of one that should be on every shelf in America right here, this one, well, we just got turned on to this one. So this is the Thomas S. Moore. This happens to be the Chardonnay cask. We get this for $69.99. Since then, we found a store that was trying to get rid of them. We've stolen for like $25, $29.
You did.
I have. I'm going to buy them all.
Forgets about me.
This brings
Steve. Remember me next time.
That Maker's Darkness. These are all very good. That's the ones we've tried. I still got 3 or 4 in the sack.
Yeah, but even it does have a great flavor essence on all the above, whatever they're trying to share, and their bottle is right up there.
I'm 90% it's made by the 1792 distillery, actually. But this is just like their upgrade. They're so good because it's finished in all the different
casks. But again, so good. I mean, you keep getting them at a super deal and forget to tell me that part. And then I got to go buy for $80, but the bottles are unique and the taste is well worth it. And yes,
I'm such a heathen.
It'll be a rebuy, especially
100%.
Especially
because we found it $39.99, $29.99. Sometimes I got a couple behind me.
Not we.
Yeah, honestly, Steve, I got 100% credit for Steve on that one. Those are just absolutely delicious. In fact,
it might be right up there in that group so far.
No, it is absolutely delicious. So this is another one that I thought was absolutely delicious. When we did it, you weren't a fan. This is Rocktown, Arkansas rye whiskey, and again, this brings the bread, but we got it for $49.99, and this is. But the good thing with this one, so 46 proof, so it'd be 92, 46% alcohol. The thing with this one though is it's the only one we've had that brought the bread flavor, and then you get that rye hit in the middle, and that's the one thing I liked about it because it changed it up. You really got that mint in the middle of it. This was again a very good rye whiskey. It was unique.
So those are both your flavors that you kind of roll with. Mine, I would say yes. I would definitely give them a try. Mm-hmm. It's just it has to grow on you, and it has. They have begun to get my palate's changing, but. Not my first pick, but
and I would
say give it a shot.
I've had some too, though that just too much bread. This I like it was a change up in the middle.
It was right because it did have the sparkle and it had the rye flavor and
no, it was. So this one right here is the Glenmorangie, the La Santa. This was another recommendation by you guys. So thank you for everybody who ever recommends different stuff. So this is distilled in Scotland. This is one of the Highland single malt Scotch whiskies that we have. We got it for $49.99. This was, again, I can honestly say, me personally, was easily the best Scotch I've had so far on the channel. And we don't do a lot of Scotches.
No.
And grateful for this recommendation. And if you guys have anything that's remotely as good as this, leave a comment down below because I would like to see, because I absolutely love this one. It took me everything I had not to drink it.
We'd almost have to end up getting, because we do throw this name out here quite a bit.
Yeah.
We'd almost have to grab another one.
The other ones from them. This one is just, I might even have to just buy another one just for my personal consumption. Because this would, like, I liked it that much. That's not what
I was going for.
No, I know that.
For personal shows, but yeah.
I avoided this for the longest time. We did put this in a couple blinds, and it won every time it went in. It did every time, and we put it up against bottles that were $150.
I'm pretty sure there'll be more colors because I think they got blue. I think they got gold.
That one's finished in like a sherry, and that was just a banging bottle for me. So speaking of banging bottles, I'm gonna end it with the best and the last for me, because honestly, this thing has toppled so many giants on here. So this is Early Times Bottled in Bond. We can't get this in Massachusetts.
Not even close.
If you are watching, please send this stuff up. I'm telling you, this is easily, we got it for $26. This is a 1 liter bottle for $26, and it is beating Knob Creek 18 year. It is taking down some giants that have way more money that we've put this up against. I mean, we've put it up against a lot of stuff on the channel so far. And I got another bottle courtesy of Superfan in the channel, Steve, when he went back to Kentucky the last time. So I will be putting it up against more stuff. Mm-hmm. But really, I know there's a lot of controversy because now Sazerac owns it and stuff. Whatever's in there is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And it carries so much flavor and taste for a $25 bottle for a liter. You can't beat this one.
This is probably our third or fourth bottle. So
it is.
We definitely look, if we see it anywhere, either one of us would end up buying it. So
100%.
And unfortunately, Steve's the one that does the southern route.
Right. No, anytime he's somewhere, and I was like, if you can bring me one of them back, I appreciate it, because it is one of my favorite. I always say I like my Evan Williams. That crushes Evan Williams. It really does. It just does. You know, because we actually put it in the blind, I think, a long time ago, and it wasn't even close.
Wild Turkey, I think, was that in there?
I think they were all in there. Yeah. Yep, we put all the favorites in there way back in the channel, and it was like not even a chance. Like, it wasn't even in the same ballpark. So, well, there you go. There's regret. Again, you know, you can leave your comments down below, and I'm sure we'll have another one in a week or two, because that's how it seems to go. So, that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.